Let's party to the rhythm of peanut butter and jam.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of PB&J. Here we have Aishwary, who's the head of payments at Polygon. Aishwary, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Aditya, for having me here. I work at Polygon currently. I lead like payments from a global perspective. So anything and everything related to fintech, stable coins, market makers, and everything like that is something that I take care of. Along with that, I think the second role that I take care of is like being like a general manager for India. So anything and everything that is happening in India is something that I take care of.
Crazy, sir. Also, on a personal note, I wanted to ask you, like, where do you think India is headed in terms of will we ever see something like come here in India? A lot of
Not
people
to disclose too much, but give me 2 months.
give you 2 months. Crazy. Okay, that is a bold statement, and I'm super excited actually. Cool guys. So here, what we are going to do is we are essentially going to show you guys how easy it is to build out a data provider. So I'm not going to do anything. Aishwar is going to be handling everything, and he's going to be a developer for the next 10 to 15 minutes at this point. So yeah, we are going to be making a data provider for Swiggy, which does not have an API. So this
Mhm.
is the 6-digit code that you have to enter into the Reclaim Protocol developer tool.
Okay, 838-767. Submit. Okay. Yep. Done.
Super cool. So just for context, Aishwarya, this is the Reclaim Protocol moat. So this is what differentiates us from other zkTLS solutions. So any website, you can scale out a data provider in less than 10 minutes on
Mhm.
average. So this is
Mhm.
the developer portal that is used to that's going to be used to create that magic. So what's going to happen right now is I want you to kind of type like so on the mobile phone, just type in swiggy.com and just go log on to your Swiggy account. And every response is going to come on that website is going to come on the developer portal here. And don't worry, none of your food deliveries or anything you bought is going to be revealed here.
Which is fine. You can look at what I eat.
Fuck man, you're so nice. Can't even say anything to you.
Yep, I think I have logged in.
Cool, sir. Go to your orders page. Go to wherever your orders it, or just click on wherever you wanna like. What do you wanna like verify? Let's actually see what you ate in your last Swiggy order. Like even I'm curious now. Just type in whatever like data that is. If you ordered a biryani, just type in the biryani, and it should kind of show us a response which kind of has that. Just maybe type in the order value. Yeah, I think just click on the first link, the first response.
Mhm.
Yep, next. Just go through the data and kind of see if we can
Yeah.
find. Yep,
There
you ordered
is.
a veg hummus. Okay, if you go down, you can see your total also. We'll get your total number if that's okay. You paid 275 for veg hummus. Crazy.
No. Yeah, 275.
Yep, just click on it. Just click on the 275 value. Yep, and then you can give it a description like last order price or anything.
Okay.
You can add it.
Mm-hmm.
So Abhi, we have added that variable. So now you can click on next.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. We'll go to next. Okay. Now what?
Cool, sir. Here is where you have to kind of tap into your developer mind. So you know how some links are dynamic and static in nature. Some
Mm-hmm.
links will be like slash your username, which
Mm-hmm.
so those links you'll have to make it dynamic. So either like I don't think you have to do anything because all of it is already dynamic in nature. So you can just
Okay.
click on.
Next. Okay.
Yep. Give it a name, sir. Name it after you. We'll verify and keep it.
Okay.
The login URL is also something you'll have to configure because when the end user, if I have to scan it and if I have to do it, then it has to show that URL, right? So I think swiggy.com would be fine.
ठीक है.
Yep. That's it, sir. You can just click on submit. Arey bus.
Okay. So I just need to scan it now.
Yes, sir. This is the official Reclaim Protocol flow now. As the end user, you don't have to download an app.
Reclaim requesting data from Swiggy. Continue on app click. Open. Reclaim verifier.
So that
I
is
don't.
one of the really cool things that we did. We didn't want the user to download an app to generate a proof.
So currently, like this is the proof that has been generated. That, and if someone wants to like just verify, I'll probably just click on this link, and
Yep.
then essentially it will ask me to kind of go to the app essentially, which is the app click.
Yep.
uh, and this app click is something which is like the verifier, which essentially is on my app already because we have downloaded that reclaim dev tool. So technically from there I'll be able to just verify that what
Not
I'm
from the DevTool app. Not from the DevTool app. It's a verifier app. We have two apps. One is only for developers. Only for developers like you who are making the data providers. The second app is only for the end users who just want to just share their data.
got it. Okay.
Also, for context, Nader got it correct on his first try. So the
Hmm.
pressures on you know really. So right now a proof is being generated for a chicken fried rice that I just ordered. Yes, sir. And that's
Yes,
correct. Your provider is working. Let's go.
data got shared successfully, it's done.
Crazy. Both of us got it. Okay, Aishwary, I'm gonna need you right now to give us all a tour of the very famous spec board that you have behind you. And also, there looks like there's a lot of stuff that you've written down on the whiteboard also, which
No,
is
that I cannot show, sorry. Cool, yeah, I think so. These are all the places I've gone in the last 1.5 years. So this is either speaker slot or entry pass and everything like that. This is pure Web3. All these are events which are Web3. Probably have around like 40, 45 or something like that.
crazy.
That's like that's basically something that was gifted by a relative, which shows my date of marriage. So that's basically an image of that. Then you have some showpieces, which is basically brought in from different places. That Pikachu is from Korea. That skull is from Mexico.
Oh,
This bike is from Japan. And then
crazy.
there you have just like a normal keyboard. That's my ledger wallet, if you can look at it.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Hard disk. I think then you have the cards, and then you have more stationery like all the pen and everything like that. So that's basically stationery. And this board is basically, I can't show you what exactly is on the board, but this is me when I try to decipher a deal and I try to kind of solve what exactly is there in the deal terms and everything like that. This is basically the board that helps.
Lovely, sir. That is the Indian version of coming up in 2 months.
The best place that I've gone to probably is Japan. Super well organized, and I think I look into the kind of the way like they have definitely used the space. Like I was staying at a hotel where the hotel was from the third floor. On the first floor, they had a proper like a park, and on the second floor, you could directly connect your metro. So you can go to the second floor. So basically, in the same building, you can and attached with that park was like a restaurant. So you can go buy stuff, chill out in the chill out on the park, get the sun. Second floor, you have the entire complex which is connecting to the like some markets and everything like that, and that is like also connected to the mall itself. So I think that is something which was there. In the third floor, you have the hotel itself. So how efficiently they have utilized the spaces and everything like that. So I think that was one of the most wonderful kind of architecture that I've seen. Obviously, like been to multiple countries, but like that has been something which has been really good to see. People are really good and everything like that. They kind of respect other company people, countries, people, and everything like that. They're super humble as well. So I think Japan has been the best one till date. But apart from that, I think from a business perspective, I think Singapore has been good. The government is like really open to talk. You can directly go and like ping the government officials, say that this is something you're looking for. They probably will go out and help you in it. I used to be. I am no more a bike person because I don't get time.
Oh,
But yeah,
what did you write before?
no, I used to. I don't. I never had a super bike or something. I always want to buy one, but then my wife always comes back and says, "When will you drive it?" I'm all
Oh,
in. Like you buy a bike, I don't have a problem. Everything is cool, but only when you drive it because the bike that I have right now essentially is something which in the last 1.5 years I've just driven like 5 times. So she's like, you'll get one more bike and it will be like just in the parking lot doing nothing. I think like the 3 4 points that essentially, because I'm interviewing for multiple roles right now, so I think these are the things that I'm seeing right now. How good is your like knowledge base? It doesn't have to be Web3 knowledge base, but how good are you in your Web2 world? Because in order for you to kind of go out and build something different or better in a Web3 world, you need to understand what the problems are in the Web2 world. Like everyone says, payments is solved by just sending stable coins. Like I send you stable coin, payment is solved, and that's the basically the eye of someone who essentially has never done payments in his life. That's a consumer view. That's not a business view. So how well you understand the business, that's very important, because until unless you don't understand the Web2 instance of it, you'll not be able to contribute to the Web3 side. The second thing is, I think, from because I am a BD person and I mostly hire BD people as only for me, like where I'm interviewing. The second thing is how good networked you are. For us, like the idea is like how can we bring more and more people from the Web2 side into Web3. So how well networked you are, and the third is, I think, how passionate you are. I think I've tried to close a lot of those clients where if I would have just gone with my title and everything like that, they would have just laughed away and they would have said, go away, right? And like how passionate you are, how essentially you can go into a discussion, be humble, try to accept what you don't know, and don't try to be like I see a lot of people actually going out into the business deals and trying to boast that we know everything, we know more than you about your business, right? And that's the first place where they offend everyone. Like, okay, you're coming to me for and like I'm running a business for 30 years and you're telling me you know my business better than me. So I think a lot of people do that. They try to go out and say, okay, we know your businesses. I think we don't stick to our points. So how essentially you can actually go out and be hungry about, and but while being hungry, accept also that you know things, but you also don't know things, and that's where you grow. So I think these are three major things which I look at. I probably might not look at anything else, like how deep you are in Web3 and everything like that, because the way I look at it is Web3 is still something that can be learned, because this is still like not that big as an ocean for you to learn your particular genre. But if you don't understand the Web2 problems, you can't solve it from Web3. I think the biggest challenge is like we see that payments has been solved because like stable coins came in. They're super ineffective. Yeah, they are, like they're better than Web2, but like see, there are different perspectives. If you look at banks, right? Banks can create credit. That means for every $1 that they have, they can create $4 of credit.
Yep.
Banks don't need efficiency. Banks are okay like having that capital parked at some place where it is not doing something. Obviously, like not idle and sitting doing nothing, but they are okay with being inefficient, because they for $1 they have $4 to spend to kind of go out and do things. Fintechs, on the other hand, need efficiencies because they cannot do one like they cannot create credit. They don't have the power to do it. So I think there are different categories to it. When you look at stable coins, if stable coins are efficient to move money from one place to another, the challenge is with so many stable coins coming in. Like earlier, you just knew that you want US dollar in your bank account. Now there are 200 US dollar stable coins. Which stable coin do you want? The challenge is, let's say you as a merchant would say, okay, I need USDC. I as a I as someone who is paying, I have USDT. The way today the word works is the today's word. What will happen is it will go to a Uniswap AMM
Yep.
swap and you will get USDC. While it might be a small payment, you might not be concerned. As someone, let's say if I wear my Amex hat, Amex used to move $5 billion a day. Now, when you say $5 billion a day, that means that doing the same math of swapping, let's say there are different currencies which essentially are coming in, and Amex is saying I only want, let's say hypothetically USDC. What will happen is those swaps will happen. When a voluminous swap happens, because the way AMM structures are created, there are limit. You never have $1 is equals to $1. You always set the limit that 5 basis point, 10 basis points, and everything like that as a range. So let's say you do a 2 million swap on Uniswap on Ethereum, which is the most liquid chain. You will end up having 18 basis point losses, 15 basis point losses. This converted into $5 billion, that's $9 million loss per day. Amex moves money globally in less than $100,000 per day, and I'm exorbiting that amount. So, will you come on chain as Amex?
No,
Never.
I won't.
Never, correct? So that is essentially which is like people don't know about. People think, okay, payments is solved. Talk to a lot of VCs, and when I tell them this, they're like, really? We need to do more due diligence. We need to look at the numbers and everything. I know it because I actually, for one particular trade, essentially I flushed $300 million on one day, and in that I realized that there's massive amount of slippages and everything like that on stable coins, even when you're swapping USDC to USDC. So that's where like I think the inefficiencies still exist, and we still need to solve for them.
Crazy. That was pretty new for me. Like, for me as an end user, dude, I'll never think like, hey, I'm just sending. It's easier for me, even easier than Google Pay, sending it to somebody else. But this is actually eye opening. I feel like I was dumb. Cool, sir. Dude, I loved having you on here. Like, I hope you also had a good time. Yes.
Absolutely.